Greetings to all! Welcome to Tahiti Monday. I am Shenanigans, and in this series of This Is How I Do It, I am going over Hearthstone's
Blackrock Mountain, a Hearthstone adventure!
This video will be about Razorgore in the Blackwing Lair.
You want to come into my house? Fine. Razorgore, destroy this ungrateful brat.
Razorgore has 30 health and 15 armor. For 0 mana, he adds 1 health to all his corrupted eggs, and then spawns another corrupted egg starting at 3 health. Once the eggs reach 5 health, they turn into 7/7 chromatic drakes, and I never want to hear the word chromatic ever again. Since the eggs will be growing and multiplying rapidly, we will need an early control deck. So I went with a warrior deck. We're going to need to hit those eggs right from the get-go, so we're going to need some early cards. For our early cards we have Execute, Leper Gnome, Zombie Chow, Fiery War Axe, Cleave, Slam, a card to boost our spells, Kobold Geomancer, and then Death Spite. Also, if you have Brawl, you can throw in Brawl, but it's not necessary for the deck. Then, the rest of the deck is based off of Grim Patron, so we want all the cards that trigger Grim Patron. We have Whirlwind, Revenge, Cruel Taskmaster, Wild Pyromancer, Warsong Commander to give him charge, and finally Kel'Thuzad because, you know, Kel'Thuzad. Let's get into it.
Garrosh versus Razorgore!
Behold the corrupted eggs of our new dragonflight. Victory or death!
The early game is all about control. You need a 1-drop or at least Cleave or Fiery War Axe to have a good start. Razorgore's hero power results in a turn 2 activation of his first corrupt egg, so if you're not dealing damage on turn 2, you've already lost. If you don't have a 1-drop or other means of dealing damage, just start over. And sometimes even when you do have the right cards, Razorgore will drop the 2/2 Frostwolf Grunt with Taunt and screw everything up anyway. This is the kind of hand we're looking for. Fiery War Axe is very nice to have. Razorgore may play several minions early on, but these are not your concern. Your concern is keeping those eggs at low health and killing them off whenever possible. Only play Whirlwind or other mass damage spells if you have to. You're better off saving them for later to use with Grim Patron. But you do have many mass damage spells, so using just one in a pinch isn't entirely out of the question. Just be sure to save at least one to trigger Grim Patron around turn 5 or 6. The mid-game is very simple. Play Grim Patron. Obviously you need Razorgore's board controlled, and you do need to make sure you have triggers for Grim Patron in your hand, but the focus is now on Grim Patron. You'll need to find a way to make it happen. If you do have Brawl, now would be the time to use it. If you don't, just keep trading your minions and casting your spells. Once you have a chance to play Grim Patron, do so. As for Grim Patron, always cast your individual targeting spells first, like Cruel Taskmaster and Inner Rage, and then cast your mass damage spells like Whirlwind, Revenge, and Death Spite. You want as many Grim Patrons as possible. It's also a good time to start using your Armor Up hero power, as you're now going to be in a face race. As for the eggs, you just need to take care of any that reach 4 health. If they're not at 4 health, they're not your problem. If you're in a situation where you don't have Grim Patron right away, I'd recommend starting over. But that isn't to say you can't stall until you do draw Grim Patron. This is where Kel'Thuzad comes into play. You can combine many cards in this deck with Kel'Thuzad for a very strong controlling of the board. Between Wild Pyromancer increasing your damage output, and Warsong Commander giving all of your minions in this deck charge, you should be able to continue to clear the board until you draw Grim Patron. Just keep in mind, the longer the game goes on, the less likely you will be able to keep up and finish out the game. As for the late game itself, Grim Patron. Just keep making more and more Grim Patrons. Send them to Razorgore's face and kill him as fast as possible. You do need to take out any eggs that reach 4 health, and any minions that threaten to kill you. But other than that, you just go for the face race No dilly-dallying. Make those grim patrons. And that is how I did it, Razorgore of the Blackwing Lair. I hope this guide has been helpful in showing you the path to victory. Have fun making your own variations on this deck, or use different characters to make a similar, maybe even more powerful version than mine. Some other decks you could try are a Priest Control deck specializing in Wild Pyromancer and Silence cards like Mass Dispel and Silence. Slowly build up your board with beefy minions and take Razorgore down while controlling his minions. Or you can try a Warlock control deck with all the cards that deal mass damage, including Unstable Ghoul and Abomination paired with Void Terror. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more of the Blackwing Lair.
Those eggs were meant for glorious experiments!
Do the brawl, and then we do the Grim Patron and Revenge. Seems good. Yeah. What? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Really? 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 Oh my god. Oh my god, stop! God damn it.